Welcome to Hawkins Motors. My name's Bradley. I want to take a few minutes to walk around the new partner by Peugeot. This is the Mark III edition and has been recognised by the industry, having just won International Van of the Year. Let's take a look around. Peugeot spent a lot of time redesigning the front end of their new van. As you can see, the grille is a lot more pronounced than of previous models, and raise height is much more pronounced. The idea being is it's safer if you're involved in an accident, heaven forbid, but also gives it a much more pronounced stance on the road, making it look a little bit more aggressive. Peugeot Lion badge has been moved down to the middle, very proud of their heritage and they want to see it nice front and centre. Peugeot have produced two length models available. We have our standard length and also an extra long. The idea being is you can fit those extra bulky loads in without having to invest in a much larger commercial vehicle. To increase the load space in this vehicle, all you need to do is open the rear door. There's a lowering flap. Open your front door, pull a release cable, and there you have straight through, so an ability to load ladders or long items like scaffolding poles or wood through. The rear of the vehicle hasn't been that updated, however they have added a few new features like the reversing camera. Parking sensors have become pretty standard on most models now, so your reverse manoeuvring is a lot easier compared to the old days of reversing blind. Let's look in the back. Load space has been slightly increased, and they've also incorporated a full bulkhead design. The advantage being is the ride is a lot quieter in the front now without having a space between cargo area and passenger area. Where Peugeot have spent a lot of time and energy is redesigning the interior cockpit. Let's go on a test run and see how this all works actually on the road. One of the initial things you'll notice when you get behind the wheel of this car is the I-cockpit. It's a revolutionary design which has been introduced in the car world for Peugeot for the last 4 years. This is their first attempt into the commercial, and I have to say it works. The idea being, my vision is not impaired by trying to look through a steering wheel. I can see my controls or my speedo within line of sight. So I'm looking at the road ahead of me, and just a glance down, I have a digital readout of exactly what speed I'm going. The actual steering wheel is considerably smaller than your standard vehicle. Now that makes for easy manoeuvring. Cornering, reverse parking, everything is very light to the touch. It takes a little second or two to get used to it, but once you are, there's definitely nowhere to ever go back. A key feature which has been added to certain models is surround rear vision. An absolutely fantastic product. It mirrors a mirror, effectively. You have a digital screen with a camera at the back, so constantly I can see what's behind me, whereas in most commercial vehicles, of course, you're stuck with just your side wing mirrors. But one of the main features I love about it is the side camera. Now I'm at a junction at the moment and I can barely see down the road simply because of the angle I'm pulling out at, and of course I have no rear window to look at either. By simply pressing a button on my stalk, I can change the angle that's attached to the camera and look up the road using the mirror camera link, so I can see exactly where I'm going now and what's coming up on me, and I can pull out without causing any incident. There are several option choices when it comes to engine. We have the 1.6 diesel engine currently available in a 75 brake horsepower or 100 brake horsepower. 130 is also available, and that's on our revolutionary new 1.5 Blue HDI engine. Petrol is something that's being demanded in the car industry, and it's slowly seeping into the commercial world. We've introduced two versions, a 1.2 petrol engine with a 5-speed gearbox, but also now a fully automatic 8-speed gearbox on a 1.2 petrol engine as well. Incorporated within the I-cockpit is the floating touchscreen. Now I love this feature because on most vehicles you'll find it's down low and it's very tiny. They've made this very large, and all my controls that I require for radio systems, for entering my Bluetooth or connecting my Apple CarPlay is all just a touchscreen away. A major concern for most people in commercial vehicles is the load capacity. Now Peugeot have introduced 1,000 kilograms on the majority of their models, which means you're not going to have too much of an issue. But to be on the safe side, you can opt for an overload warning system. This is a great facility. All it requires is when you've loaded the vehicle, jump in the cabin, a warning message will come up if you are overloaded, so you can remove some items just to make sure you're not pulled over by Boza. Safety is something we all think about, but sometimes in commercial vehicles it's overlooked. Peugeot have done the opposite. 19 safety features are incorporated in this new partner, one of the safest vehicles out there. Thank you for taking the time to walk around this lovely vehicle with me. If you'd like a test drive, please contact us at Hawkins Motors Truck and Van Centres. We're available in St Stephen, Hayle and Penryn. Look forward to seeing you soon.